What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. What we're going to do real quickly is we're going to recap my trades on the day. Now, my neighbors next door having construction done. They're building a fence in their backyard, and there's people out there working, so hopefully I can get this video done quick enough before they start using the saw again. But if they do and it starts to get really annoying, I apologize. It is what it is. So anyways, let's get into it. So the tickers that were traded today were AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, and LK or Luckin Brands, or sorry, Luckin Coffee. Okay, so let's just go full screen here. All right, so traded, I believe one trade here with NVIDIA and lost, and we'll explain that. So you can see I got long here, 200 shares at 220.97 and close out the 200 shares at 220.62 for a loss. Now, the reason that we jumped in, or I jumped in on this trade, for one, is the stock was extremely bullish all day long. Then we had this really strong, let me take the trades off, it'll be able to see it easier. Then we had this really strong bounce up. So this creates a very nice bullish formation. You can see we tried to break out here and failed. So what I ended up doing was I got long for the breakout bullish pennant, flag play, whatever you want to call it, right? That's what I got long for right here. Okay. You can see we break over the trend line, we get back up and over, and that's where I get long as we're starting to press into a little bit of a new high, or trying to. That's where I got long. So I get in, and typically in a setup like this, if it wants to go or it's going to work, it's naturally going to happen almost instantly. So if it doesn't happen instantly on this type of setup, when you get comfortable and you get good at reading these chart formations, you know what you're trading, right? So I knew that by getting in here, if it wasn't pretty much going to work instantly, then I was wrong about the trade and I shouldn't be in it. And you can see I take it off very quickly, and we have yet to really even break out, and questionable whether or not it actually will break out on the day. And part of the reason is if you look over here on the top left of the screen, you see this red box. It says DTR 585 and ATR 599. Long story short, that just means that NVIDIA has moved the amount that it would typically move on any given day. So it's pretty much already done its full movement for the day. So trying to buy a breakout here at high a day after the stock has already moved what it would typically move in a day and not much more, you can't expect much more from it. But since it had such a strong gap today, had such a strong run, there was a little bit of positive news on it, I gave it the benefit of the doubt on trying to trade this attempt. Even though it had already moved a lot on the day, I was willing to give it a try because of the price target upgrades, because of the analyst news today. There's some positive news out there that could give the stock additional momentum or more strength than we would typically see on a normal day. And if a stock has more strength, more volume, and more movement, then, and positive news, a lot of times the stock can move more than what it would on a typical day, and that's why I was willing to take that setup. Nonetheless, I lost 70 bucks. Okay. Moving on to AMD. Traded AMD really good and then kind of bad. I had a really good trade at first and then a not so good trade. Okay. Give me a second. Oop. All right. So first trade here is long 2,000 shares here in this dip. As AMD starts to, I got to pull this down more. As AMD starts to rip up, I sell 500 shares on the top of this candle. Then I sell 1,000 shares here on the top of that candle, pretty much closing out the full trade. At this point, all I had was 500 shares in. Okay. And then I re-add in 1,500 shares here on top of the 500 I already have, looking for another long and a breakout. And we don't get it. I end up closing out the shares as we start to break down. So nonetheless, I made $223 trading it. So still good there, making 223 bucks. I was up about close to 400 at one point. But again, I added in here and then I took a loss. So it came down to 223. So to review these trades, let me do this a little differently. There we go. So we have a trend line that goes down like that, and you can see we get the pretty much a bullish pennant flag breakout play, right? So I get long 2000, we pop up, I close out most of the trade here on the highs. We start to create a mini bull flag here with, again, that bullish candle right there, that really strong bullish candle engulfs the previous red, previous green, previous red. So I'm like, okay, this is going to go for another move. So I go in, and of course it doesn't. And as it starts to break down this small support level, that's where I take off that trade. And as you can see, since then it decreased and really hasn't done a whole lot since. So this one is pretty much straightforward. We have a nice push up in the day. We come down, we bounce back up, and we kind of channel all the way up into a big developed flag wedge that I got long on. And as we break up, squeeze some short sellers out of the day, and we get a long over highs, we get a strong push, and that's how I make the money there on AMD today. Okay, next one we'll look at is Tesla. All right, so did pretty well with Tesla. Could have done a little better. Obviously, could have done worse. But anyways, we watched Tesla come down in the day into some of these price levels that we have mapped out for a bounce. You can see it comes down here, bounce, drops again, double bottoms, bounces on higher momentum. So we have a flat double bottom with higher momentum. So there's a good sign we'll get a bounce. We have this trend line here coming down. You can see it, this white one I'm hovering over, right? So trending down from this point to here, and as price action breaks up and over, I get long. Me and the team here at Boiler Room Trading, we get long 200 shares at 340.48. As we start to press up through some of these key levels, we get more additional buying coming in and squeezing to the upside. I take off 150 shares here, so we get in long 200 at 340.48. Take off 150 at 341.61 for a nice win, and then close out the last 50 shares here as we're starting to show weakness below the previous breakout level and buy level, right? And that's where I close it out, netting $155 profit on the stock. Okay, last one here is LK. All right, so did a couple trades here with LK, couple scalps. Pretty much everything was, well, yeah. Couple scalps, couple good moves here. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. It's kind of hard to see the actual chart with where my buy orders are at. Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to do the best we can with the way it looks. Okay, well, here we go. Here's nothing. You can't really see much of the price because it's, well, let's review it without the trades on there first. But you can see made 9,000 or 9,000 $900 bucks on it. Traded some pretty heavy shares, 10,000 shares altogether. Not too bad, but again, pretty much just scalped everything on this today. A couple momentum trades. So anyways, we open up on the day. We push with a strong candle, strong buy volume. We pull back. We hold the VWAP. I'm like, okay, this is probably going to pop. So my first trade, I get long on this pullback, squeezes up. I think I sell on that. Yes. And then I notice a pullback here, holds the 9, close the V up. I'm like, this is probably going to pop again. So I think I get long here, scalp up another trade. And then I held some. All right, did I hold or did I get long here again? And then I think I even added in long here again. And then I rode some more. So pretty much I got long here, sold, long here, sold. I think long in here, sold, sold, sold on the way up. And then I got long here, lost, long here, won. So I'll show you all those trades now. All right, let's, God, I hate when it does that. 1 second. Okay. So first trade in here, 2,000 shares. This green candle pops up. So I get long 2,000 at 321.28. I sell the 2,000 at 31.43. So small little win there. Then I get long here, 2,000 shares at 31.58. Push up, sell those 2,000 shares at 31.72. And then I get long here, 2,000 shares on this move. And then I add 500, so I'm in total 2,500. So 2,500 shares with an average of probably 31.75 or so, 31.75, yeah. So then it pushes up. I take off 500 shares at 31.81. Take off 1,750 shares at 31.88. Then I close another 100 shares at 32.20. And then I close out my last 150 shares on that trade there at 31.74. I get in here for 2,000 shares scalp at 32.12. Lose about 10 cents. Close it out for a loss about 10 cents at 32.06. Then we get relong here at 2,000 shares at 32.09. Pops up, close those out, you know, 32.20 and 32.33. Anyways, this move here, this move was what is what I expected to happen right there. So I was looking for this move to happen right there, but I was wrong and I relonged it right there. Okay, so anyways, if we're to go back, take these trades off, and I show you, right? So this trade, kind of the one done right here. This is simple. It's like a little mini cup, small handle, breaking over some trends. Pretty bullish, right? Same thing here. Here's a little cup, right? You have a cup, goes up, handle, long breakout. So, you know, a lot of all these moves that you see intraday on stocks are always going to come from some type of trend breaking, some type of pattern in the way the momentum shifts in the stock. And if you can get good at recognizing those momentum shifts and when the stock is most likely going to change direction, that's where you're going to see these pops and these big drops happen. And if you can learn to time those correctly, then that's pretty much day trading for you, day trading 101 for you. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys learned something new from watching these recap videos when I do them. And as always, feel free to join in our private trading group so you can join us live every single day, Monday through Friday, from about 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're trading live. Okay, so everybody take care, have a great day, and if you would like to join our team, make sure to check out the description below as there will be links provided to our website. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.